Late in October, on the Vosges front in the west, there took place one of the heroic episodes of the war. A battalion of the 36th Texas Division had been cut off and lay trapped up forward in the hills without communications and surrounded by superior enemy forces. While a unit battled ahead to relieve them, they held on grimly day after bitter day. Medical supplies and rations were fired to them by artillery. A near miss would have been useless here. The shells had to land squarely on the target or else fall into enemy hands. It was the 442nd Infantry Division that was ordered to cut a way through to them. This was the famous and unique battalion composed of Americans of Japanese ancestry, volunteers all. They were fighting as they had fought in Italy to prove their loyalty to their American homeland, to prove again that democracy embraces all creeds, all races. For 9 days, while the Texans hung on grimly up ahead, they cut their way forward in bitter cold and in some of the toughest fighting country on the Western Front. They took prisoners, sometimes in hand-to-hand fighting, and on the 10th day, they broke their way through. The Lost Battalion of this Second World War had been relieved. Tired men, tired to exhaustion, but unbeaten. Here are the men who fought in that trap. They came out with their wounded and with their dead. They will not forget those 9 days they fought in the Vosges. Look at this man's eyes. These are the sorts of men for whom words like courage and doggedness are used by the historians. Look well at all these men. These are the sorts of men about whom legends are started. Someday they'll say, I was in the 36th, the Texans. We were up in the Vosges, and once we were cut off for 9 days. And what of the troops who got through to them? The 442nd. They came out too when it was over, carrying their wounded. These too are the kinds of men about whom fine words are sometimes used. These too are Americans, and they've proved it with the full measure of their loyalty. They too fought during those 9 bitter days. They too brought back their wounded. They too brought back their dead.